Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. It's winter go home for 6 MLB teams today. First, the Guardians host the Tigers at 3:08. Detroit's Jack Flaherty faces Cleveland's Slade Ciccone. Guardians kept their season alive on Wednesday with a 5-run 8th inning, powered by home runs from Brian Rocchio and Bo Naylor in the 6-1 win. Then the Padres visit the Cubs at 5:08. San Diego's Yu Darvish starts against Chicago's Jamison Tyone. In the nightcap, Red Sox and Yankees battle at 8:08. Boston's Connolly Early and New York's Cam Schlittler battle on the hill. NFL tonight, San Francisco 49ers are at the Los Angeles Rams at 8:15. 49ers quarterback Mac Jones will start for the injured Brock Purdy. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
And here we go. Welcome in to another edition of Rothman and Ice. I'm Matty Ice. TLC is on the board doing his thing. Per usual, and to my right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a former Buckeye wide receiver and a Grey Cup MVP by the name of DeVier Posey. Depot, happy Thursday, my man. How are you today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Super excited. I didn't even know it was a night game until like last week. I'm sorry, like the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Last week, I didn't know we were coming into a night game in the shoe after a bye week.
Always fun. If I'm remembering this correctly, asking you and Dane on our pregame shows on Saturdays,
Yep.
You guys aren't in favor of, as a player, you weren't in favor of waiting around all day. Am I remembering that correctly? 3:30. Yeah.
3:30 me.
Okay.
Yeah, 3:30 me.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
this is the best time.
That's the sweet spot for you guys?
It's a sweet spot. So it's in the season when you're ready to play. It's like a 9 o'clock wake up, but once you get woke up.
Yeah.
It's breakfast. Walk to the field. Morning time, it's an early wake up. Got to get going.
Right.
And then at certain times in the year, that 3:30 spot, you might get a daytime and a night game.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
I see the
you get
vision.
both.
I see the vision. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us as always. We appreciate your time. Bottom of the hour, we do it every Thursday during football season. We will have NFL picks at 2:30. Sam Bruckhouse, who covers the NFL for Sumer Sports, will get you ready for Week 5. So many storylines just popping off around the NFL, and that will start tonight when we get the San Francisco 49ers going into L.A. Depot, this for me, real quick, actually, let me rewind just a little bit because AR was in yesterday.
Okay.
And he said, some people at Little Turtle have let me know that the one and only DeVier Posey has touched down
Oh, wow.
at Little Turtle Golf Club. You were there yesterday getting it in. I'm assuming you played well because you are now officially a golf sicko. Like, I've known you for a few years, and I remember the conversations a couple years ago when you were like, okay, I'm going to really start getting into it for real. And I walked into the studio today.
It's unfortunate.
And you're putting golf balls back and forth in the studio. So you're officially a golf sicko.
Yeah.
How was Little Turtle yesterday? Did it treat you well?
It was nice.
Okay.
It was nice. I think the thing about Little Turtle that makes it unique, it's a culture up there, and I think the tight fairways, beautiful greens. Par threes were absolutely fun. Love it. And then you got to have bunker work. I didn't spend any time in a bunker yesterday.
Okay, I love to hear that.
Which was good.
Yeah.
And had a good time, though, man. Good. It was great.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, man.
AR, man, thank you.
Yeah, he's the man up there.
Thank you for opening the doors.
Yeah,
and,
AR.
giving me an approval. They say, hey, he's all right.
He's
AR, he vouched for me.
Signed off on it. He signed off on it. Because AR, he's the face that runs the place up there. He would never admit that, but that's what he is. So I'm glad you had a good time.
I thought I was being sneaky, too. Man.
Up there. No, he said early in the show, I know where DeVier's at. He's at Little Turtle. I was like, okay.
I thought I was sneaking around.
He's like Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. He's got people listening everywhere.
And my wife didn't know I played yesterday, too.
Oh, so we really
outed
you. We really outed you, dude. My bad. My bad on that. TLC, what's going on, man? How are you today? You feeling good?
I'm good. I was here yesterday, so I don't think there are any secrets that you can out about me. I think I'm safe.
Good to hear from you, man. Good to see you again. That's for sure. Depot, for me right now, where we are on the sports calendar, we are getting to my favorite time of the year.
Okay.
Everything is rolling.
Was it sports? You a sports equinox guy?
Well, this is just like when we get everything rolling at once, I'm here for it, right? Like football, we're a handful of weeks in, both college football and the NFL. We got Major League Baseball playoffs right now, which have been absolutely incredible. 3 game threes today. And we got an Ohio team playing in this joint, and that is the Cleveland Guardians, which we will get to in mere moments. But
for clarity,
yes.
October 27th is your holiday.
This is for me?
That's this year, October 27th.
Noted. That is absolutely
you felt
noted.
it. You felt
yes.
I think you put me on the sports equinox. Like it was like one of our first shows together.
I love it, man, because we got NBA preseason games going. Blue Jackets are rolling like this is it. And then I guess the most important thing is when we get a little bit of the turn weather-wise, right? Like, because we've been holding on to summer.
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks. It's like crazy.
Take this shirt off.
Yeah, it's humid out there. Yeah. But, yeah, man, this is it. And mention the baseball. Look, it's been highly entertaining. And Guardians have a chance to advance to the ALDS today if they can take out their rival. It's absolutely crazy, Depot, how in different sports you can have guys that maybe aren't the stars of their team, but find a way in the postseason and big-time games to step up. And for the Cleveland Guardians, that's Brian Rocchio. Because Rocchio yesterday hits another home run, and in 12 games, in 12 postseason games for Brian Rocchio, this dude's batting .308, 12 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. And Depot, he's not known to be a big-time bat in the lineup, but some guys just have that ability to just turn a switch and, really infuse their team with confidence because they know when we get to the postseason, this dude's going to step up. You saw it last night with Rocchio, or yesterday afternoon with Rocchio in Cleveland. You saw it last night in L.A. with Kike Hernandez for the Dodgers, who has an incredible playoff resume. It just kind of blows my mind how guys can just go through a regular season and be fine. But when they get to the postseason, there's just something special that happens. And yesterday's game was just highly entertaining up there in Cleveland, and I know it's going to be rocking today. And so credit to Rocchio for stepping up. A whole bunch of other guys stepped up. You get the ball to Cade Smith. That's what you want. He shuts it down, and now it's all hands on deck, Depot, and they win or go home. This is what you do it for.
Battle of the Lake, man.
Yeah.
Battle of the Lake. I think, Matty, too, when you talk about guys that are able to step it up and play up, like there's always like different pro speeds. There's preseason speed where guys really aren't up, then there's like regular season speed, like, oh wow, this is pro ball.
Yeah.
And then there's playoff speed, man, like playing for a championship, playing for legacy. And there's always pros that have that other level and that other notch of focus that they've been kind of like gearing up for.
Right.
And so when you see performances like Rocchio, you say, oh, this guy's a gamer, right? Like, and for me, like gamers are always cool.
Yep.
Hey, I don't care how you show up to practice, man. I really don't.
Right, because game day, I know what you're going to do.
I don't care.
Like, I know what you're going to do. And so it's always found money for the Guardians when guys that are not named Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez can help them out offensively. And that's what they got yesterday. And so hopefully that will continue today. So right around 3 o'clock will be first pitch. I believe Tyler Danberg, who does a great job doing updates for us. He's going to do updates and live score updates throughout Common Man and Timmy today. So that will be fun. You'll have San Diego taking on the Cubs at 5, and then Boston taking on the Yankees at 8 o'clock. So a great game, 3 winner-go-home games in Major League Baseball. That will be absolutely on and popping. Can't wait to see what it looks like. My Reds, Depot, look, got to pour one out for the Reds. You go out to L.A., young team, inexperienced team, dealing with a team that just won the World Series and talent all over the place.
Playoffs, baby.
And that's exactly what happened. Like it was, Kevin Hart, one of his stand-ups, you going to learn today? That's what happened. Like the Reds had to learn over the last 2 games that there are levels to this. However, like I said yesterday, I think it is important for a young team that I think is on the ascent the way the Reds are to get a taste of postseason play at some point in time, because I think if it all comes together, it can be a stout team for the next few years. But, man, when you're dealing just with Ohtani and Teoscar Hernandez and the pitching that they have, it was always going to be an uphill climb. But I think they can take some of the lessons that they learned over the last 2 days take that into the offseason. And I think it can make the young core better going into next year and years to come.
Man, it was a quick lesson. I hope they were able to pay attention, right? So, but like that's what champions do.
Yeah,
you finish your breakfast, right? Like and you get that done, taken care of fast, so you can have rest. And I think that level that we're talking about in terms of the Guardians being able to step up and like Rocchio, Mookie Betts, those guys have that level too.
Right.
And I think for the Reds, they just have made such a late season push. You almost go back. Like, it makes me feel like the young teams in the NBA that have such great regular seasons. And I think the year, outside of Golden State, they weren't a young team, but Oklahoma City had a great year 2 years before and got popped up in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. And it's like that. You need that momentum. You need to understand that, yes, we need to finish out the end of the season hard, and then also we need to bring another force into the postseason. This was a great experience for this group down in Cincinnati.
Right. It's
great experience.
It's time on task. You have to have it. And young teams, no matter what sport we're talking about, rarely ever win big. Right, just teams that have a whole bunch of guys with inexperience as far as going deep into the postseason. TLC, I know you're a big baseball guy. Fun stuff happening in Cleveland. Look, Reds, they have an opponent drop 18 runs in 2 games. That's just not the formula that they wanted.
That's also what they did last year. Like in that NLCS last year against the Mets, the Dodgers put up like 8 runs a game or something. And we're talking like deep into the playoffs against the best teams remaining. Yeah. So it's kind of just what they do. I don't care about the deferred contracts or whatever because they're going to have to pay that money eventually, but they are an unbelievable lineup. I think I hate to do this the day after, and I understand if Reds fans were depressed based on what they would just watched the past 2 days, but at some point in the offseason, Reds fans will get to the point of, you know what? Terry Francona's first year, pretty successful. Playoff year, so...
That's what he does. He goes to the playoffs.
So it's something to build on. It's a good starting point for his tenure. However long it lasts, I don't really know what to expect because I know that health kind of cut his time in Cleveland short. Yeah. So I have no idea where he's at, big picture.
He just bought himself 10 years with 1 playoff appearance.
If he can make it, for sure. Yeah. So... Yeah. I'm hopeful for their future because despite the fact that I don't root for the Reds, I root for a small market team that spends like a small market team. Yeah. So we're all brothers in arms. One of us has to make it, so I'm glad it was you.
For sure, and that's why we'll be back in the Guardians today. Just for a lot of people that we work with, I want to see them happy, and I just want to see Cleveland fans get to watch their baseball team for another round because right now up there in football, it's a little bleak right now with the football team. So hopefully the baseball team can provide more joy for them today. And again, first pitch is right around 3 o'clock. Dodgers will move on to take on the Philadelphia Phillies, which will be fun. Coming up, how much confidence does Zach Taylor have in Jake Browning after a couple starts? You'll hear from the head honcho next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront costs before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
I knew that the first hour and a half of my day was going to be excruciating pain. I mean, it was so much pain, it literally brought tears to my eyes.
Dad to a prominent Ohio basketball family, Satch Sullinger was determined to find relief. And that's exactly what happened.
QC Kinetics, they are awesome. This is my body that they're using to repair itself. And so who wouldn't want to go for that?
QC Kinetics natural treatments got Satch's attention. Finally, a way to get rid of that pain in his knees without going under the knife. And best of all, they used his own healing properties to give him relief.
Since I've been having the treatment, I can go up and down steps. So I'm getting better. And my golf game shows it because I'm starting to hit the ball a little bit better now.
Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics treatments. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus and call today for your complimentary consultation. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Again, 208-4544. QC Kinetics.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating. You're overwhelmed. You might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh, no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Another beautiful dry day ahead for us with our temperatures getting into the low 80s. A few more high clouds, so skies will be mostly sunny. And then for tonight, those clouds will linger overnight with our lows in the 50s. For Friday, we end the work week with mostly sunny skies and highs getting in the mid to low 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Like Yoda, Rothman will limp onto the golf course, talk about how stiff his back is, wonder how he can even make it through a hole, and then proceed to kick your ass. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
That you are. Welcome back in. Happy Thursday to you. Matty Ice rocking out with DeVier Posey today. Bottom of the hour, we'll do NFL picks. Can't believe week 5 is already here. It's wild how just quick this goes by, man.
I mean, around week 5, week 4 to 5, you get those injuries. I haven't got to have any conversation with you since the Tyreek Hill injury.
Oh my goodness.
But man,
kneecap, ACL. It's tough. I thought he was going to be a prime trade candidate for Kansas City, another contender, but he's obviously done for this year, and he and his camp are saying that he should be ready to go by the regular season next year. But yeah, that was tough, man.
Yeah, are you a believer in the football gods?
Ooh, okay.
The gods of sports.
I think you're taking us down an interesting path, and I'm interesting to hear. I am. I think you have to pay respect to the sports gods, whatever sport you're in.
Right.
You need to earn their respect. I'm in on that.
Like if you just hit a birdie, I shouldn't tee off before you because it's going in the woods. Like respect the golf gods.
Correct.
Like Maddie, you got the tee.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, it's like, did you see the celebration after?
from
Tua. Yeah, Tua. Yeah, I don't know if that was I don't know if he was being cynical or where that came from.
Okay.
And,
I have not seen that. I'll have to check it out.
He was on the thing and he was kind of celebrating. And then, obviously social media can take you down many different paths, but I just wonder, and we've heard frustrations of his frustration with Tua.
Yeah.
And you remember why he arrived there and, obviously all the off the field stuff. And I'm not saying anybody deserves an injury like that, but man, you just wonder sometimes the football gods how unfair they can be.
They're always watching.
How unfair they can be.
They are always watching, and look, injuries are absolutely horrible. Bengals know that better than anybody right now, and especially when it happens at the most important position. But just the dynamic between Tyreek Hill and Tua, I thought was strange prior to the season starting.
Very awkward.
Because when Tua called him out about, hey, like, we really haven't fixed anything, he's got to earn everybody's respect again. Like, I'm fine with those things being said behind the scenes. But
like, we're calling each other on the media.
Publicly, right?
Yeah,
and so that kind of that was tough there. So brutal injury for Miami. Unfortunately for the Bengals, they've been dealing with the last few weeks not having Joe Burrow around, and he may be back at some point in time in December. And so, Depot, just the product on both sides of the ball is rough, but they're behind the 8 ball right now when it comes to the quarterback position. And it's not all Jake Browning's fault, but we know how this works in the NFL. A lot of these things are going to fall at the feet of the quarterback. Zach Taylor talked to the media yesterday about, or he was asked whether or not he's thinking about making a change at quarterback. And here's what he had to say.
With every position, we're always assessing. That's Duke's job. That's the personnel department. They do a great job of that, presenting us options when Joe went down of other guys we can bring in the room as well. So we thoroughly exhaust that. I've got a ton of confidence in Jake. I'm unwavering in that. I've seen the best of Jake. I know that we can do a great job supporting him to where he can go win games for us. So I feel extremely confident in Jake Browning.
And here is Zach Taylor taking some ownership and I think letting us know that not all of this is Jake's fault and I got to be better as a head coach.
But I think first and foremost it's my job to help Jake and find ways to give our guys the best chance to help Jake as well. So I know that's a very broad answer, but each defense is a little bit unique. I think it's going to be nice playing at home, being able to use our verbal cadence, allow us to do some things that maybe is a little more difficult to utilize on the road, knowing you're going to be late with the play call and all that kind of stuff, getting to the line of scrimmage. So I'm optimistic right now that we put together a really good plan. I'm excited to get to work, practice today. We're all accountable that 3 points isn't good enough, 10 points isn't good enough. Our expectation is that we have to score a lot to take pressure off our defense, put pressure on the opponent. We have not done that the last 2 weeks in particular. And it really starts with me on offense, getting those guys in a rhythm, create some momentum. Again, so our defense isn't out there all day.
I may be overthinking this a little bit, what I just heard, but he pretty much admitted on record right there, we know our defense is not good. Like, he said we have to score a lot to take pressure off of our defense. Like, if you're a defender and you hear your head coach say that, it's real, but it's also I mean, thanks, coach.
I don't think I mean, we have to go through our schedule, but the Bengals don't win like 10-3, football games or 13-10.
It's not their thing. It's not their
a Pittsburgh, Cleveland game, right. Or it's. They have to score points, and they have to do it in an exciting fashion, and also like keep the time in the momentum, right? Like, because you can't get the ball back to them, and they're just eating the clock, and they're going to score,
right? Because your defense isn't stopping anybody.
So right. I think also what Taylor is speaking on when he says it's my fault. I think when you have a franchise quarterback, top 3, top 5 quarterback in the league,
no doubt,
you have to get him in a rhythm. And I think for trusting that guy, paying him all the money like Joe Burrow, getting him in a rhythm is a little different play calling sequence. I think what he's saying is I need to get my guys going. So it comes from a play, like I think from a play caller standpoint, when you have a great quarterback, it's easy to get him going. Not easier. It's a different mindset, different preparation. To get playmakers going, it takes another set of creativity, another set of making this quarterback's job easier, taking pressure off of him. Like, he doesn't have to do the things that Joe Burrow is great at, right? Like, deep ball throws. But we still have great players. Let's get it in their hands fast, and I need to kind of change the way I'm approaching that. And I like that.
What would help Jake Browning right now is if there was any type of run game that could make an appearance and be consistent week in and week out. Bengals right now dead last in the entire league in rushing yards per game. It's 50 yards per game. That's just not going to cut it, right? That's not going to cut it.
Chase Brown season.
Right. Yeah. And I thought he was in store for a monster year based off of what we saw last year. So it's just not clean around a backup quarterback right now. And I was looking at some stuff from Pro Football Focus, just says what's really happening up front with the offensive line. And a guy in Amarius Mims, this guy was charged with 5 pressures, 2 sacks, 2 penalties in their last game. And when I was reading that about Amarius Mims, my mind went to their last few first-round picks, Depot. When you look at Shamar Stewart, Myles Murphy, Amarius Mims, these are guys that had to be hits for them. And they may be in time, but some of the things that we're seeing that's leading to the bad stuff for Cincinnati, if these guys were consistent players for them, I don't think we'd be feeling how we're feeling about Cincinnati right now, because all these guys are playing in the trenches, right? 2 D linemen and an offensive lineman that right now aren't playing at a high enough level to overcome some of the deficiencies for Cincinnati. So the game plan this week, I cannot wait to see what it looks like against what we know is a very, very good unit in the Detroit Lions. But one thing I couldn't wait to ask you about, Depot, is from a wide receiver's perspective, like take us inside the minds of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase right now, 2 guys that got paid, and rightfully so, this offseason. But these guys right now have to be frustrated. We saw it a little bit from Jamar in the last game. But just as a wide receiver, where are you right now after a couple weeks and being a part of an offense that scored 13 points in 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, I've played in those seasons. I think it was a year Matt Schaub got hurt, and no matter what, obviously he's not Joe Burrow, but you lose your starting quarterback and you're going through just backup quarterbacks all season. You know, Case Keenum, John Beck, Fitzpatrick. Like it's just names. Yeah. And these guys are pros and they have the ability to be in the NFL. You know, and some quarterbacks have great attributes. Like what people don't know about Ryan Fitzpatrick and why he played so long was he was always in the top 5 for percentage completion under 20 yards. So dink and dunk king, right? Like he can move the ball down the field, pick up 6, pick up 6, pick up 10, pick up 15, right?
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Right, and just be real efficient like that. So when you're a wide receiver, you just have to know what kind of a game it's going to be with the kind of quarterback you have. Joe, those are fun games. You can be anywhere and he can make all throws. The whole field is up. Then there's quarterbacks that are reading one side, going back to the other. Then there's the athletic quarterbacks that can extend plays, and then you have your route plus some scramble drill. Get a little scramble action at the end. I might get another. So you just got to understand that. And I think for Jamar and T, with the absence of Joe getting used to Browning, okay, we might need to win everything under 15 to 10 yards. Like, Jamar is good at that. Okay, let me lock in on my one-on-one routes, or let me get in more one-on-one situations. Or, T, hey, might not be all those back shoulder throws. Jake probably isn't as confident as Joe. Yeah. So we need to get you the ball in other ways. I think for a wide receiver, understanding what your quarterback is good at, behind you. And then also, Maddie, let's just establish this. Starting NFL quarterbacks don't walk around on High Street. They don't. Right. That's how good. Like, you can't just sign a guy and replay. Like, that's what Taylor's saying. He's like, yeah, we looked at this. We looked at the guys he had available, and we think we're gonna get Jake Prayer. Why? Because there's nobody just on the street. Right. You just go pick up and start an NFL game.
And there's been some stuff out there about maybe you call the New York Giants to bring in one of the vets they have over there. Maybe you get in the business of Kirk Cousins. I just. Like, if this goes bad again, though, Depot, they have to have, I think, some conversations about what are we doing here and not just letting a season just completely get flushed down the toilet. That's the camp that I'm in. So if Jake goes out there and it's just ugly again against Detroit, I think you got to have serious conversations about can we bring somebody in that can maybe overcome some of these things more so than Jake Browning can. But look, when you're going up against the Detroit Lions, who can put up a whole bunch of points with anybody in the league. You just hope that the defense in this game can find a way to slow them down. That way you're not chasing, right, if you're Cincinnati. And I've seen some stuff out there from Bengal fans that are really frustrated with Zach Taylor, maybe wanting to move on from him. I don't think ownership's going to do that. He's got one more year on his contract that's guaranteed. They don't feel to me like a franchise that wants to pay a coach to not be coaching Cincinnati with how they are about their money.
They want to get every dime out of it.
Correct, right. So they spent a lot of money this offseason. I gave them credit for that with Trey and T and Jamar. It's just, man, the most important position too you're talking about. When it gets funky there, a lot of things get smelly as far as the team itself, and that's what we're seeing from the Cincinnati Bengals. So, look, you're 2-2. Those 2 wins out of the gate are helping you out right now. Just got to hope something changes quickly at the quarterback position and everywhere else on offense, because right now it's a tough watch. Coming up next, Week 5 has arrived. We will do our NFL picks against the spread. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
You're kind of cute. Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tidy whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair. Dormar!
You're kind of cute.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice. NFL picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Welcome back in. This is Rothman and Ice. DeVier Posey in the house for AR. TLC is on the board, and it is time to do Week 5 picks in the NFL. TLC, we're getting it going tonight on the left coast.
Yeah, we are back-to-back NFC West Thursday night footballs. We got 49ers at the Rams. Rams minus 8.5.
So the Niners are coming into this thing crazy banged up. Injuries all over the place. No Brock Purdy. He came back last week. He's not playing this week. Juwan Jennings came back last week. He isn't playing tonight, and no Ricky Pearsall either. If you're a fantasy owner that has CMC, you're probably loving this news because he is going to get a crazy amount of work. I can't look at the Niners right now, Depot, and think they're going to get this thing done. 8.5. It's for a divisional matchup. That's a large spread, but I just think the Rams are that good. Like, I truly believe the Rams top to bottom are absolute legitimate team that can make a deep postseason run. So I will lay the 8.5 and roll with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams. Just it's a whole personnel revamp going over there in the 49ers, and what people don't understand is when you go to a few postseason, title games. Where they had 2 or 3 past years. I think they've had 4. They had 2 Super Bowl appearances with Shanahan, 1 with Garoppolo, 1 with Purdy, correct? And it's just time to keep, your quarterback and your tight end and flush the roster. And I just believe
tear it down.
It's been happening.
On defense, it did this all season. You're right.
It's been happening, man.
Yeah.
And then Carfunga, those guys didn't come back, and you're obviously going to keep Warner from those Super Bowl runs on that side of the field, but it's happening right now out there, and just pay attention, John Lynch and Shanahan. They're not going anywhere, but they're definitely revamping this roster, going with the Rams.
So the Browns are in London to take on the Vikings, who just stayed overseas for the week. They are going to go at 9:30 on Sunday. So I saw this tweet from Zach Jackson, who covers the Browns. He said, local TV reporter asks Grant Delpit why people unfamiliar with American football should choose to root for the Browns, speaking of the local London media. And Grant Delpit's answer was, we're a fun team. Cleveland is a great place. It's a lot like Miami. You should come check it out.
Cleveland is like Miami.
Great. That was the whole...
They'll never know the difference.
Everything was a lie. Grant, great response.
That's
Grant.
hilarious.
Vikings minus 3.5.
I do believe in a little bit of the new coach, new quarterback emotional boost.
Yeah.
I buy into that. I do. But I just think that Brian Flores going up against a rookie quarterback could get dicey. And so I will go with the Vikings. But I just cannot wait to see what Dylan Gabriel does. It's going to be must-see TV for me Sunday morning.
Do you remember the scene when Willie Beeman got in?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Can you imagine that happening here in the next couple weeks? Joe Flacco goes back and again, coach, I can't finish. And then Willie Beeman comes in. Oh man, I'm going to go with the Browns, man.
Okay.
Give me the Browns on the money line.
Texans minus 1.5 in Baltimore as we advance to the 1 o'clock games.
I'll let you lead this off, Depot.
Oh, man.
On 10 TV, by the way.
There we go.
Oh, man.
It's tough for you. You've been in both these locker rooms.
Man, this is tough for me. I just think the Ravens have been a little bit closer.
Yeah, this is the DeVier Posey Bowl.
Yeah, it is.
They've been a little bit closer than the Texans have been in terms of what I saw. But the Texans defense woke up last weekend, and then standing there in the morning is Mr. Jackson for them this week. So
he doesn't look like Lamar's going to play.
This
week.
That's right. He's hurt. Yeah, that's
I know
right.
that was in play for some reports, but doesn't look like he didn't practice yesterday.
Vamos, a todos. Give me the Texans.
I'm rolling with the Texans, too.
Yeah.
Ravens are so beat up on the defensive side of the ball. I can see CJ in that unit catching some momentum and having a pretty good day. So I'll lay the 1.5 and roll with the Texans on the road.
The Cowboys are minus 2.5 facing the Jets in New York. Joe Davis will be calling baseball, so Jason Benetti will be filling in for him.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys
on the road.
Yeah, I just really like how Dak looked last week. Micah Parsons, he says a lot, but what he said about the way that he sped up Dak and how efficient he was being sped up, that can play into the next week with not as much pressure.
I'm going to go with an emotional letdown for the Cowboys after having the whole Micah Parsons thing happen last week. Now you got to go on the road.
They're due for emotional letdown.
I think that's this week, and I think Justin Fields can get after that defense that hasn't been able to stop anybody. I'll take the 2.5 and roll with the Jets in Gotham City.
Jackson Dart and Spencer Rattler. Giants at Saints. Saints minus 2.
I'm going with the Giants on the road. I think their D-line can wreck this game. The G-man up front. And I think Jackson Dart will look more comfortable. But going into game 2 without Malik Neighbors, there's going to be some searching going on early on for a young quarterback. Don't love that, but I think their defense can figure it out. Give me the Giants.
Guys, listen, man. I don't know what effect it's going to have. All I know is when Aaron Rodgers got drafted, Brett Favre was in the room. And that had some effect on his career. Jameis Winston and Mr. Unlimited are in the room with Jackson Dart. So whatever they're helping this kid or whatever confidence boost, or those vets have an influence on this kid, I'm in for the Jackson Dart show.
He's gotten an aura boost from them because he already has the aura.
I'm in.
rocking the
Seattle.
chains.
We got a deal. That's his big homie.
That's
his big homie.
And now Jackson Dart's dancing after. Like, I'm in on Jackson Dart.
I'm in on Jackson
man.
Dart. I'm in. Down in the Superdome.
Nance and Roma are going to be in Philly as the Broncos go to Lincoln Financial. Eagles -3.5.
Oh, man. Honestly, guys, can I be real?
Please.
Please be real.
They don't people who have not maybe caught a Broncos game might not understand how they built this roster through the draft, a little bit through free agency, but this is a homegrown, proud team. I think America sees them arrive. I think they clipped the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah.
TLC, you and I, we love trench play.
Yep.
It's never the sexiest thing to talk about. Depot, you know this better than we do. It matters what happens in the trenches. This is going to be a fireworks show down in the trenches. Broncos coming into this thing, number 1 in the league in sacks. Eagles defensive line, as we know, has always been really good. I'm going to go with the Eagles and lay the 3.5 at home. I think they can hold up against that defensive front. That's nasty.
Couple more 1 p.m. games. We got Raiders at Colts. Colts are -7 after they finally got defeated last week.
Man, Depot, Geno Smith didn't look good last week at all. Too many turnovers in the game. Don't know really what's going on with him. I thought it would look a lot better for a veteran quarterback. Colts, Lou Anarumo on that defense, looking all right, man. They're looking all right, and Jonathan Taylor is balling this year.
He's my potential offensive MVP. I had him in our draft for. Did we do? I think we did.
Yeah, we
that.
did.
Yeah, I had him as one of my picks. I'm rolling with the Colts.
Me too.
For sure.
Dolphins -1 at Panthers. Tua versus Bryce Young.
Listen, the Panthers are bad, but for some reason, like, they play good against other bad teams. I'm going with the Panthers. Like, it's weird.
I don't want to watch this game.
This game?
I don't want to watch this game. I won't watch this game, but I'm just saying, like,
you don't have to.
I won't watch this game, but I feel like this could be a tough watch.
I don't think our listeners are going to be listening on Monday going, talk about the Dolphins and Panthers game, Ice.
You're about to say, imagine if you lived in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and had to watch it on CBS. Like, you didn't get a choice.
This is going to be nasty. I'm going to go with the Panthers at home, though. I'm going to go with the Panthers, pulling Miami out of the 305. Tyreek Hill is no longer there. The offense, even with Tyreek, I was just like, what are we really doing here? Yeah, I'll roll with the Panthers, even though they have not really done anything to write home about. So, yeah, give me Carolina.
It's literally just South Florida and North Carolina to get that game. Everybody else gets a better game.
Like, thank God you don't live in those states.
Basically, everybody else gets Dallas and the Jets.
Those are the first half of NFL picks for this week. We will do the rest in pre-snap reads. Coming up next, there's been some Buckeye fans that have been saying, where are the explosive plays from the offense? It looks like Coach Day has responded to some of that noise. You will hear his response next in our Buckeye Bulletin. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bet365 is paying out before the final pitch. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 5-run lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final out and start counting that cash.
Hold up, players. You get an early payout on parlays, too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
You know me, when it comes to big moments like popping the question, I always say, I've got a guy. That guy is Bob Capace at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Right now, it's our fall bridal sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. Engagement rings, wedding bands, wedding jewelry. We've got it all.
If you want sparkle, you want quality, and you want to save big, trust me, I've got a guy.
That's me. Come see us at Worthington Jewelers.
Worthington Jewelers.
Where Columbus gets engaged.
Parents, are your teens good with money?
No.
Switch to Huntington Bank and let's teach them. They get their own card, which they can add to their digital wallet, and you can monitor and set spending limits. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
America works, and Valley has the tools. Valley is your #1 volume Ford commercial truck dealer in the nation. Business owners choose from 550 new Fords, including 80 Transit vans and 170 Super Duties. duties. Stakes, dumps, box trucks, pickups. Save big at Valley Ford of Columbus with Section 179 tax savings. As Carnell Tate says,
the game-winning deal is always at Valley.
ValleySuperstore.com. Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I was told you could make us feel better. You're suffering from too much junkitis. Point at something you haven't used lately. Wow, it's gone. Try it, honey. You'll feel light as a feather.
Something I haven't used?
All you have to do is point.
I feel like I'm flying.
That's the sound of optimism and energy and possibilities. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Depot, let's knock out a Buckeye Bulletin. DeVier Posey in the house today. On deck for the number one team in the country. Your Ohio State Buckeyes is the Minnesota Golden Gophers 7:30 kick on NBC and Peacock. But as you know, we will have you covered from the afternoon all the way into the evening right here on The Fan. DeVier, myself, will get it going. Leave at 2 o'clock this week.
Yeah.
Is our kickoff time.
Homecoming
Depot.
activities this weekend. Homecoming activities.
You guys do any special parties for homecoming?
Yeah, there's always parties. There's always parties. Everybody be back in town. Homecoming. You know.
TLC, are you going to dorm storm this weekend since it's homecoming? It's homecoming. You got an excuse to dorm storm.
No, I think I'm retired from that.
He taught us that term. I had never heard of dorm storming until
Gen Z slang has been a big topic of conversation. I taught them the word dorm storm a while back.
What about doom scroll?
And then he taught. Well, I do a lot of doom scrolling.
Doom scroll. I learned that today.
I got to get off my phone. You ever close an app and then just instinctively just open it right back up?
That's a sickness.
That's how you know that you need to get off your phone.
That's Twitter for you, right?
Yeah, it's like all of them. iMessage, Instagram, just closing it and then like accidentally opening it right back up.
Oh man, it's so tough.
I know, man.
We've been
Gen Z slang.
Yes,
there's a new term. It's called chronically online. I am chronically online.
Chronically online.
I'm always online because we stream TV, so we're like our house is online.
Oh, so you probably have the best Wi-Fi.
Well,
you have to, right?
Well, it's right, like nothing hard.
Industrial.
Ring, everything is online. Like I'm chronically online too.
So you don't have cable.
chronically online.
Okay.
I'm using it. I feel young again. I feel young.
And then he taught me circling the block. Or spinning the block.
Spinning the block. You know what the spinning the block is.
Yep.
Spinning the block, revisiting an old partnership, relationship,
That's some
situationship.
That's some millennial slang for you, right there. That's good. We are really deep into the slang. Like we kind of helped propel. We brought slang to the internet for you
laid
guys.
The foundation.
Yeah, let's just say it.
That we did.
We've been bedrock for us.
Right. We've been talking a lot about like some of the sayings that are should be done or overused at this point. Is there one for you that you're like,
6'7"? I'm done.
That's new.
Whoa.
And you're done with it already.
I'm done.
I still don't know what it means, but I've been seeing it everywhere. Do you know what it means?
I think you not knowing what 6'7" means, and the kids all like attacking you with like your ignorance of it is what the meaning is. It's like, oh, you don't know 6'7", yeah, 6'7", and it's like you don't know, so they're like just hitting you with it.
Okay.
And it's like we're gonna attack your ignorance of 6'7". Where it comes from, to originate, there's a lot of theories behind it, but if you're a parent and you hear 6'7", just know it means nothing.
Okay.
It means nothing.
I'm going to take your word for it because I have no clue what it is. Buckeye fans right now, Depot, some of them have been saying, we want more big plays, right? It's fun to watch. I get it from the fans' perspective. They want the explosive plays. Coach Day was asked about it, and here's his take on some of the, quote, lack of explosive plays from the Buckeye offense right now.
Well, I think there's a lot that goes with it. There certainly were plays that were designed to push the ball down the field, but coverage dictated that, we had to either check the ball down or, the second part of the route or whatever it might be. So we're always going to look to create explosive plays, but we also have to take what the defense gives us and be willing to do that. I think just across the country, you're seeing a lot of defenses, with the number of plays going down, keep it in front, make them, drive the entire field, not give up explosive plays. I listened to Coach Fish's press conference, and it was like, we're just going to keep it in front and make them work the ball all the way down the field. I thought they had a good game plan. But we also had 16 plays over 10 yards, which is good. And if we're finishing off the drives, and we're really efficient, that's what matters the most, which is a contrast to maybe where it was a few years ago when the clock stopped after first downs, when we were working more off a no huddle. The game was a little bit different, and you were seeing more plays and more points, but ultimately it's about efficiency and winning the game. So it's all cyclical, but we're always looking to be explosive, as you know.
Ooh, for listen, that's a good answer for you. Want more deep balls, guys? Like he gave you a real scientific breakdown, all the way to the fact that when I'm preparing for other teams, I'm going to watch the opposing teams' coaches' interviews and see if what he's saying to his media, obviously, bulletin board material, you hear it all the time, but no, it's a real thing. Coaches are watching other coaches' interviews. Right. Ryan Day said it, and I love that because what he's essentially saying and why there hasn't been as many big plays, I think it's, 2 to 3 reasons. One, I think Julian Sand makes great decisions, and his gift is not forcing the ball down the field. He takes what the defense gives him almost like automatically and like in rhythm, right? Like it doesn't look choppy. It's like, oh, that guy's not there. Oh, I'm about to run a little bit and then throw it. He's not there. More shit, boom, let it go. And he does that naturally. So for Ryan Day to know you have a quarterback like that, it's almost like, man, I got insurance, man. Should I really be jumping off this cliff? No. I'm going to just sit here on this chair and just enjoy this view. Yeah. Julian is good at doing that, right? He's very safe. And so when the defense is keeping everything in front of you, you have a quarterback that's naturally making the right plays and the right reads and the right throws. Listen, guys, I hear you, fans. I understand we got best wide receiver in the country, but, we got a chance at, some of the best, touchdown to interception ratio in the Big Ten right now. It's creeping up in the nation. Yep. I'm taking that.
No question. To me right now, Julian he's in his John Stockton bag right now.
That's a great comparison.
An elite point guard.
Yep.
That is getting the rock to his playmakers cleanly, week in and week out. Julian leads the nation in completion percentage. Like, if you would have told me that prior to the season through a few games, I'll take it all day and tomorrow.
Yes.
Right? Because we've seen young quarterbacks. You can see it around the sport every weekend.
So, just say that again. Fans want big plays, but Julian leads the nation
in completion percentage.
Relax.
He's keeping it clean. He's keeping it clean because you know how I can go with young quarterbacks. They can get overwhelmed. They can try to do too much. Yes. And like you just laid out, you can see how confident right now he is within the offense and how quickly he's making decisions. To me, they're always going to have the ability to make big plays. But right now, watching him process the way that he's processing and getting it from point A to point B, I don't know if you can ask for much more from a year one quarterback right now.
Well, Will Howard didn't lead the nation in completion percentage last year. He didn't. And I got to double check on that, but I'm just like, I don't remember us talking about that stat.
He was high up there.
He was high up there.
So
for me, that gap that we thought we would have this year with a young quarterback, because of his gift, we don't have that gap.
Yeah.
We don't have that worry about a guy who might make the wrong read because he's a young guy trying to force it and make a big play. No, play with a veteran like Moxie.
That's it. And that is today's Buckeye Bulletin. Fellas, if you're not feeling like your old self, and your old self used to be the guy that used to get out there and play basketball, go to the gym, hang out with your friends all the time, and you just can't do that anymore, I want to direct you to the Columbus Men's Clinic, because if you're dealing with low T, if you're dealing with ED, if you're worried about your blood, you can get all of this checked out with the wonderful folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic, because their medical providers build a plan around you, your body, your goals, and what it takes to get you back to feeling like your old self again. Testosterone, ED treatment stuff most guys don't even know exists, and trust me, it works when you go see the wonderful folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic. Their number, I want you to hit them up if you've been dealing with these issues, 614-300-7400, or you can visit them online at columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation, including blood work, is just $99, and they will find a plan that works for you and your budget. So don't wait. Do not procrastinate. It's the worst thing you can do when it comes to taking care of your health. Again, their number is 614-300-7400, or you can visit them at columbusmensclinic.com. Coming up top of the hour, after an update from Tyler Danberg, we're going to play a game, Depot. We got some evidence now around college football and the NFL. We're going to play That's True, That Might Be True, That's Crazy. I want you guys to play along with us next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And today we're in my showroom so you can hear how our windows keep sound out.
It's pretty loud in here, Wilson.
Well, Leslie, that's because the window's open. But if you close it like so, well, it's kind of good to let in a little nature.
I think nature just honked at us, Wilson. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Shop Meyer and bring more good to life with low prices on everyday favorites and essentials. California organic green or red seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound. Buy one, get one free, fresh from Meyer whole pork shoulder butt roast. Stock up on household items like save $2 on Meyer Ultra Liquid Dish Soap. Get $4 off Meyer Ultra Paper Towels, 12 double rolls. And don't forget to stop by the Meyer Pharmacy for your flu shot. Available today while you shop. That's the good life, a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See Meyer.com for details.
Buckeye fans, introducing Behind the O, the brand new app packed with original athlete and fan-driven Ohio State sports content. It's free to download in the App Store on iOS and Android, and every time you open it, you're helping generate NIL dollars for your favorite Buckeye athletes with zero cost to you. Get exclusive access to fresh behind-the-scenes videos, training routines, athlete lifestyles, and more from every Ohio State sport. Don't wait. Download Behind the O now and get closer to your Buckeyes than ever before.
Behind the O, free for fans, NIL for athletes.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Did your doctor just add another medication to that long list? Maybe for blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes? You ask them how you're going to get off of it? Well, the answer is going to be losing weight. But you already knew that. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
My girlfriend is vegan. So I don't know why I'm telling you that. I assume she's already told you.
Jimmy Carr is going back on tour with his brand new show, Jimmy Carr Laughs Funny, live at Southern Theater. First show sold out. Late show added on October 8th. Get tickets now at Kappa.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. NFL 49ers are at the Rams at 8:15. San Francisco quarterback Mac Jones will start for the injured Brock Purdy. College sports, ESPN reporting the Big Ten is discussing a $2 billion private capital deal for the league and its schools, which includes a 10-year extension to the league's grant of rights. Duke men's basketball head coach John Shire signed a 6-year contract extension today through 2031. MLB wildcard elimination games. Guardians greet the Tigers in Game 3 of the AL wildcard series at 3:08. Detroit's Jack Flaherty starts against Cleveland's Slade Ciccone. Winner faces Seattle. Padres are at the Cubs at 5:08. Yu Darvish starts for the Friars against Jamison Tyone for the Cubbies. Winner faces Milwaukee. Red Sox visit the Yankees at 8:08. Boston's Connolly Early throws versus New York's Cam Schlittler. Winner faces Toronto. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 on a Thursday. DeVier Posey in the house for AR bottom of the hour. We will talk all things National Football League. Sam Bruckhouse from Sumer Sports, friend of the program, does a great job covering the NFL. Who'll give us a nice feel on both the Browns and the Bengals, and we'll preview Week 5 with you. Guardians getting going in about an hour. Win or go home. It looks like Slade Ciccone is going to pitch today for the Guardians. He was a part of that Josh Naylor trade, so hopefully that will pay off. And on the bump for the Tigers is Jack Flaherty, a vet that's been around for a minute. And again, stick around to Common Man and Timmy for obvious reasons. Those guys do a great job every day, but they'll have live updates for you throughout the show. Depot, got a little game cooked up today, okay? A few weeks into the college football and NFL slate. The game is, that's true, that might be true, that's crazy. Those are your three options. TLC is going to throw some stuff at us, and that's what we have to respond with. That's true, that might be true, that is crazy. TLC, the floor is yours. What do you have today?
Number one, this year's Buckeyes football team is better than last year's Buckeyes football team.
I think I know where this is rooted in, because we had Bobby Carpenter on the program yesterday, and he just dropped, just kind of like on the fly, I think this year's team is more talented than last year's team.
Man, y'all told me I was crazy.
And I looked at AR and I said,
Y'all told me I was crazy.
That's interesting. Now, to your point, you've been saying this before we even saw games, that you believe that they have a chance to maybe not do exactly what the team did last year, but just talent-wise, you saw the vision. And it's hard for me to push back on that. I'm going to say right now that might be true. That might be true. Then through a few weeks of games so far.
Now, you said more talented TLC?
I said better. I said this year's Buckeye football team is better than last year's Buckeye football team.
So okay. And so when I think, I just go position for position. I mean, obviously running back edge goes last year. I'll give a Mecca the edge. Might take Julian. I'm taking this year's offensive line. I'm taking this year's other receivers. I'm taking Jeremiah this year versus Jeremiah last year for sure.
And you get Emeka last year.
Well, I said the pushes for me are running back in Emeka.
Okay.
Those are the pushes.
For sure.
Those go to last year. And I said this early, 28 of the 50 sacks from last year are still in the building, or 50-plus sacks are still in the building. Did you see what happened last week?
Caden Curry right now? I mean, it's one of the cool stories for me, right? Because this is a guy that waited.
No, he was very productive he was very productive in the small amount of snaps that he had.
To be a starter, he had to wait his time, right? For this much food on his plate every week. And he is just flying off the D-line right now.
So if this defensive line has more sacks and pressures than last year, is this a better defensive line? Okay. Yeah. This is a better defense through 4 games. This is the number. They're allowing 5.5 points a game.
Number 1 in the country.
Okay. The linebackers, they're better. Arvell Reese, he's the best. He's Buckets Award winner. Okay. I mean, he's throwing offensive linemen with one hand. He's 2-gapping left tackles, and they're flying on the floor.
Yeah, they're back to the vibes of AJ, James, Bobby, like that level of the defense, that room being dominant.
Yeah. And I go with the DBs. I think, those guys, Jermaine Matthews took some of Denzel Burke's snaps. He's a full-time starter. I think a 4th-round corner had to come off of snaps for a 1st-round corner last year.
Okay.
I'm just heavy on this group maturing. This Sonny's class, that group, is a 2023 class.
22 or 23.
23 class is special.
Yeah.
Just like that 2021 class, special.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm on this camp. But last year, it's cemented, right? Those guys they are in history, and it's a lot to chase. It's a lot to chase, but I think this group is really talented. Man.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel will start at least 10 games for the Browns the rest of the year.
I can't label that as crazy because it's obviously in play. 10 games.
Not true for me.
So you're saying, is it that might be true or that's crazy in your opinion?
Well, not crazy. It was not true one.
That's true, that might be true, or that's just flat out crazy.
I brought up a whole one. It's yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That he's going to start 10 games?
Yep.
I think I'm in
13 remain.
I think I'm in the middle. That might be true. Because to me, it can't be crazy because there really aren't any options left after this. It's Shador, right? I don't think you go back to Joe. So I'm going to go with that might be true. But I think, Depot, this is what needed to happen in Cleveland this year, is to have Flacco go out there and start the season and set whatever tone he could set. Not the greatest tone, obviously, but you got to hand the keys over to the young guys in time. And here we are. So he's going to get a nice amount of starts unless he gets injured, obviously. But, yeah, I'll go with that might be true, TLC.
Puka Nacua is the best receiver in the NFL.
I love this one.
Oh, man, that might be true.
I mean, we're at a point
true,
where I don't know if we're putting enough respect on his name. I really don't, because now we're talking about
might be true.
A nice body of work for him since he came into the league.
Since the first preseason game. Like Victor, he's like Victor Cruz type of level. Like from the first preseason game, he's been who he is today. Oh, that might be true.
I will say as we sit here today that is true. Now, there's another question. Would I want to start my franchise, my wide receiver room with Puka Nacua over Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase? I wouldn't do that. But as we sit here today, TLC,
you wouldn't be happy if you just come on, Puka. I'm gonna just take a chance at
I just don't know. Like, you know, at the park where you're hooping and guys are lining, I'll take him. Like, if I see Justin Jefferson, Jamar, and Puka, I don't know if I would feel right picking Puka before those guys. Yeah. But right now, dude leads the NFL in receiving yards. The chemistry between he and Stafford is obviously great. And like you mentioned, right out of the gate, his rookie year, we've seen that this guy is a baller and a shot caller. So, yeah, I'm going that's true. Puka Nacua is the best receiver in the sport right now.
The Packers destroying the Lions week 1 was fake news.
That might be true.
Maybe.
That's true.
It might be true.
Yep.
Because week 1, Detroit first game, new coordinators, figured out things on the offensive line. The Packers had a unit that could take advantage of that, right? With the D-line that they have. I'm going to go that might be true. It doesn't feel great right now, but I think they'll round this thing into form. I think they're going to be a playoff team, and they have some playoff experience that they've built over the last couple of years, which I do like. And so that might be true. I still think they're a good team, though.
And last one, Ole Miss and Oklahoma are true top 5 teams in the country, ranked 4th and 5th currently.
Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Ole Miss has got an interesting quarterback situation going on, too, by the way.
Trinidad Chambliss.
He's looking like a dude. Like he can be a dude for them.
He's a D2 transfer.
Right.
Lane has him playing at an impeccable pace right now. Man.
I feel like Lane would be fun to play for.
They're a top 5 team.
Currently in the rankings. Do you buy it?
At the end of the season, not true. That's crazy. Those 2 teams being in the top 5 at the end of the season, that's crazy. Nope.
Because for me, I look at a team like Alabama and where Ty Simpson's at right now. Like I'm in on Ty Simpson, and I like them more than I like Ole Miss right now. That's gonna be crazy.
Lane has to get over the Bama hump if he's gonna be top 5. He has to get over that.
Depot, they don't play Bama in the regular season. However, they got to go to Georgia and the aforementioned Ole Miss. I'm sorry, Ole Miss will go to Oklahoma. So I think I was looking at that wrong. Ole Miss will play Georgia and Oklahoma. Man, this is a great question, TLC. This is a really good question.
I appreciate that.
Because they haven't even lost yet, either one of these teams. So I'm going to back off that's crazy.
Okay.
That might be true.
It might be true.
And there you go.
Would you rather play for Lane Kiffin
or Venables? Lane.
Offensive mind. He just seems like he has a good time. You see the stuff with his daughter and the dude from LSU? His daughter.
Hilarious. And he dude was throwing up this weekend. He he said, this is the kid that's dating my daughter. 2-minute drill.
Well, wear him out.
Oh, they're in man running back. Go out to the numbers and come back in 3 times before he snapped the ball.
Nice win for them. They beat LSU 24-19. LSU's got to figure some things out on offense. They can't move anybody around right now. In pre-snap reads, coming up next, we will finish our Week 5 NFL picks against the spread. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Children with Down syndrome in Central Ohio need your support. Join 10TV, Newman Roofing, and the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio Sunday, October 5th for the 2025 Buddy Walk. Join thousands of participants as we come together to celebrate the uniqueness and resiliency of the Down syndrome community. Your participation and donations directly support programs and services for people with Down syndrome and their families. Together, we can make a meaningful impact and pave the way for a more inclusive future. Sunday, October 5th for the 2025 Buddy Walk.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale with same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes, anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Another beautiful dry day ahead for us with our temperatures getting into the low 80s. A few more high clouds, so skies will be mostly sunny. And then for tonight, those clouds will linger overnight with our lows in the 50s. For Friday, we end the work week with mostly sunny skies and highs getting in the mid to low 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, before we get back into our NFL picks and pre-snap reads, let me talk to you folks about Bet365 because this is where you need to be if you're into betting. And if you are a new customer, they got a great deal waiting just for you because you can bet $5. And you're going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on player props, spreads, totals, money lines. They have some great stuff going on right now with Super Boost, throughout the MLB playoffs. It's just great over at Bet365. So download the Bet365 app today. Bet365 is the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Speaking of the Cleveland Guardians getting going in about 40-ish minutes, big-time players, Depot, step up in big-time moments, as you know, because you were one of those guys. You're a Grey Cup MVP. I'm going Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez to hit a dinger today. He's going to deliver. Jack Flaherty on the mound for Detroit to start this game. I think J-Ram's hitting a home run early in this one. The juice on that is plus 475. Cannot wait to watch this game and just feel the energy coming out of that stadium because it's do or die. This is what it is all about. Again, download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. You must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
All right, TLC, we knocked out all of the 1 o'clock games, I believe, earlier in NFL picks. Let's take it home, man. Take us to Monday.
All right, let me find my place as to where we were. All right, the 4 o'clock games. Titans at Cardinals is going to be the first one. I mean, the Cardinals are going to be 7.5-point favorites, which, gotta say, bad luck for the Titans.
Yeah, this is an uphill climb, to say the least, for Cam Ward and an offensive line that has not been able to protect him. He's a rookie going through rookie things. I still think he's got good arm talent, Depot, and I think in time he will be the franchise quarterback for the Titans. I know, TLC, you were big on the Cardinals offseason, their draft, investing high on the defensive side of the ball. Play it again.
We asked.
Cam Ward, did you see that?
No.
He was just asked about, like, hey, what do you think of the team's performance so far? And he said this.
We asked.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals and laying the 7.5. Tennessee right now on offense, Depot. They just cannot do anything good consistently. So give me the Cards.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cards, too. As much as I think Kyler Murray is having one of his better seasons this year, right? And it just seems in a good place. I like watching him play this year.
Bucks and Seahawks. Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites in this one. A little bit surprising, but the Buccaneers basically have to go bottom right corner of America to top left corner of America.
Depot, you were saying during one of the breaks, like, you're enjoying Tampa watching them play.
Listen, man, in full transparency, I'm a guy I'm a real man. I can admit when I'm wrong.
I like that.
I spent years not liking Baker Mayfield for that flag plant. You just don't, like, because he started a culture. Like, and so I'm still mad at him about the Michigan flag plant because Baker started
That's
his
fault.
It's his fault. But I love his pro journey.
Yeah.
And I respect a guy who can phoenix his career back into existence. And his answers on drives, you could just see, like, who he is in real life, man. Like, he just answers. And then the play of Emeka has been so much fun to watch. And I really like watching Bucky Irvin play. Just plays with crazy balance and quick feet.
He's going to be down for a little bit.
He's down for a little bit.
Dealing with an injury, but I'm with you. He is a fun watch.
He's a fun watch. And then the defense, you look around the league, guys that I played with, guys that I got drafted with and trained with, one of them was Levante David, and he's still playing. And he's just like that OG Derrick Brooks linebacker that, like it's just him and Derrick Brooks. Yeah. And so I really like watching the Buccaneers play this season.
I'm with you on Baker's story. I know for some Browns fans it has to be bittersweet. Like I get that.
Yeah. But he wasn't going to be that in Cleveland. Just accept that, Browns fan.
I think that's
he
fair.
had to leave here.
He had to go through, like you said, a journey. Carolina, out to L.A. Now he steps into the shoes that Tom Brady left behind. He's doing a pretty good job of filling those. And so I think they have a really good combination of a defensive-minded head coach in Todd Bowles.
Yep.
And a veteran quarterback that knows what he's doing. And credit to Baker, there's been a couple coordinators now that under Baker's not watch, but with Baker being the quarterback, have now moved on to become head coaches. And so that's what he's doing. He's helping people get jobs, and he's helping Tampa win games. I'm going to take the 3.5 and roll with the Bucs. Actually, you know what? They're really banged up right now. I'm actually going to go with Seattle and lay the 3.5. But Emeka and JSN on the same field, those guys can't wait to get busy. That'll be awesome. Because JSN, he's having an incredible year.
He's one. He's wide receiver 1 out there.
Top 5 in the sport and receiving yard.
As much as I like to watch the Bucs, like you said, that they are down right now.
Tough environment, too.
I'm going to go Seattle.
Yeah, I'll lay the 3.5.
All right, here we go. 425, Lions minus 10 in Cincinnati.
The NFL is so weird.
I know. I got to lay the 10. I have to, based off what I've seen from Cincinnati right now. And so this is an offense to where they can light it up with the best of them, as we know, that being Detroit. And Cincinnati can just they can't play that game right now. And so I think this is going to get away from them. So I'll go with the Lions and lay the 10.
Yeah, if I didn't watch the Lions go into Baltimore and do what they did on the road,
eat down.
Well, just that, I just feel like this team is looking really good in the NFC.
It's just so much you have to worry about on offense. They have weapons everywhere. 2 good running backs, a good tight end. They got so much going on, and a quarterback that has figured out how to play at a high level year in and year out.
Burkhardt and Brady will be at SoFi. Commanders going all the way out to Los Angeles. Chargers minus 2.5.
Real quick, Depot, Jane Daniels is back this week.
Jane Daniels back this week. I'm going to go with Jay Herbo.
They look good, man.
He's playing really good.
And
he's going to be in MVP talks this year.
What is surprised, and I agree with that. If he keeps this up, I definitely agree with that. What has surprised me is that you have a head coach who has an identity of wanting to just run the ball, and be physical, and an offensive coordinator in Greg Roman as well. But they're looking at Justin Herbert, and they're saying, let's let him do what he does very, very well. He's got one of the most talented arms in the sport, Justin Herbert. And you've seen Quentin Johnston come back to life this year. That was a first-round pick that was looking dicey early on. Keenan Allen's back making noise, and you have Ladd McConkey. They're a very well-rounded team, and they're overcoming the loss of Rashawn Slater to their starting left tackle. Let me ask you this. Joe Alt, that's in question this week, right? His availability?
I remember reading maybe Shefty, maybe somebody else saying that it wasn't as long-term as they thought it was going to be. I think he got carted off the field.
He did. So that
I guess it's
me.
like now like an off-season practice where getting carted off the field might means that you just like rolled an ankle.
That worries me a little bit, but on the flip side, we're not talking about a defensive line in Washington, I think, wrecks games. Like, I don't get that from them. So I'll lay the 2.5 and roll the Chargers at the crib.
All right, Sunday Night Football. I don't know if you've seen the Bills' uniforms for this game, by the way. They got some, which is weird because it's going to be October, 4th or 5th by that point. It's not going to be like a December game, but they got some, Arctic tundra type of white jersey with silver numerals and logos.
Sounds like I might be in on that because I'm kind of in on all the all whites uniforms in the NFL.
You can find it on Shefty's Twitter for sure. I know, and then probably other aggregators out there. But they got some Arctic tundra sort of thing going on, and all the imaging is all snowy. And, it fits the Buffalo.
Yeah.
I guess reputation of it just always snowing there. However, again, this is going to be a first week of October game, so we're not going to have that kind of weather.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. Upset alert.
Really?
Absolutely.
8-point spread.
For some reason right now, it just hit me.
Okay.
Man, out of all the second-year quarterbacks, I don't think it's one playing better than Drake May.
I like Drake May.
Well, two of them aren't playing right now.
To be fair.
So he's playing the best.
They're 2-2 right now.
Availability is the best ability.
That's real.
So I'm going with the upset alert, man. Wow. Give me Vrabel and May.
I like that from you.
Drake and Vrabes.
Okay. Because look, the Bills have been Jets, Dolphins, Saints the last 3 weeks.
The AFC East is a very, very tricky division. Like Tom Brady will get tested by the Jets all the time. Like it's just like
Rex Ryan and that crew.
It's just, man, like listen, the AFC East is a weird division.
I'm gonna go with the Bills though.
Okay.
New England, I don't know if they're well-rounded enough offensively right now at this point in the season to go blow for blow with Josh Allen and this crew. But I like what they're going to be at the end of the year. I think they're going to mess around and find themselves in the playoffs. I think they're going to be a wild card team. That was one of my spicy takes this all season. Those are your NFL picks for this week. Coming up in 2 minutes, we will continue our conversation about Week 5 in the NFL with Sam Bruckhouse from Sumer Sports. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and it's party time, baby, because the Grove City Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest is back Saturday, October 4th at American Nitro. From noon to 9, you get wings, beer, live music, football on the big screen, and more. Don't miss the wing eating and bobbing for wings contest either. Ooh, veterans, military, and kids under 12 get in free. Get the tickets at AmericanNitro.com/wingfest. Presented to you by The Fan, Columbus Chamber, Brex Paving, Darby Dental, and Equipment Rental. Wingfest 2025, the ultimate fall kickoff. Don't miss it.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
What's up, knuckleheads? You're listening to Rothman and Ice on The Fan. It's not terrible.
Welcome back. Gonna light up right now the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Bring on one of our favorites, Sam Bruckhouse. Sumer Sports does an awesome job covering the NFL. Sam, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, anytime, man. Appreciate you giving us some of your time. Let's start in Cincinnati and get your feel on the quarterback position. And if this thing goes bad again with Jake Browning this week, how serious should the Bengals be about maybe bringing in another quarterback?
So we use Sumer scores to kind of evaluate this, and what our Sumer score basically is, and you can find basically our progress report on some of the best players in the league on sumersports.com right now, and it's same thing by the Sumer score. Basically what it is we evaluate every 10th of a second using AI models and really evaluate these players and exactly how much they are producing within the context of the play, within the context of history, so forth and so on. Jake Browning has basically had 2 games in which we see in history that people start to consider benching a player, and particularly given he's already a backup, I think it's really calling into question if a change needs to be made. I think that conversation needs to start happening based on his last 3 games. He had 2 of those benchable games. Last game, they couldn't really get anything going. He himself played a little bit better. But I do wonder how much of that has to do with kind of the new under-center run focus that the Bengals have taken in the past. At least with Joe Burrow, and we saw it with Jake Browning when he came in the late season 2 years ago. This has been more of a shotgun RPO operation. I wonder if some tweaks are going to be made this week to make it look a little bit better, but at least in terms of the performance that we've seen on the field, you got to start the conversation of moving to something else.
So absolutely. So posting like negative, what I'm equating this to is like basketball plus or minus, right? Like that kind of stat that you guys are tracking to where the performances that he's posted in history, those guys have been benched those 2 weeks, that following week. Is that what you're saying, just for clarity?
Exactly. And I think you look at some of those other guys who have had those level of performances. Joe Flacco in Cleveland, who got benched this week, he had one of those performances last week. The week after Russell Wilson got benched, the week prior, he had that level of performance. And so when you just start kind of adding those up and looking at history, even just this season, the conversation needs to start.
Sam Bruckhouse from Sumer Sports joining us here on The Fan. We're talking all things NFL with him. Now Cleveland's making the change, right? Going to Dylan Gabriel. Here we are. Flacco, as you alluded to, not playing the best ball, and they spent a 3rd-round pick on him, Sam, as you know, so they have to figure out what he is. When you look at the supporting cast around Dylan Gabriel, what are your thoughts on what he can do within this offense now?
So I think that's why the move was made. I think you look at how we have evaluated Quinshon Judkins, and given the snaps that he has played, we've thought he's done extremely well. You also look at the supporting cast on the other side of the ball. Right now, the defense is knocking it out of the park. We have Myles Garrett, Malik Collins, and Carson Schlesinger all on our quarter-season progress report as playing as some of the best players at their position. And so I think they are taking a look at this team, really liking what they're seeing on defense, really liking what they're seeing from the young players, Harold Fannin and Quinshon Judkins, and have just kind of decided to make a change, whether that is because they think the timelines line up. You know, you got a young pass catcher who is doing well, a young running back that is doing well. Why not add a young quarterback? We kind of saw the same thing happen with Jackson Dart. Unfortunately, Malik Neighbors goes down due to injury. But I think the timeline kind of lines up. I think they're going to Europe, and it's going to be a 9:30 game, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think it all just kind of made sense in terms of what this team is. And I'm also interested in whether they took a look at Lamar Jackson's injury. He may miss 2 or 3 weeks. Some people say he may play this week. But either way, the Ravens are a little wounded. The Steelers have been up and down. And so I think they may think that they can make a run for this division with a subset of young players that they have under contract for another 3 years. And so I kind of think it's an interesting way to approach it.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you about the Steelers. A lot 3-1 right now, and they have a veteran quarterback team. I feel like, hey, this is working out for Mike Tomlin and those guys. But at the same time, is this fool's gold? Because these wins that they're having aren't by big margins. Now, these type of wins, are they sustainable for the Steelers late into the season with this group? Haven't really seen a dominant performance yet.
That's exactly right. And I think it kind of pins down to Aaron Rodgers. The numbers look good in terms of the touchdowns and the big plays, but I think a lot of that is a little fluky. You think of that week 1 game, They basically win that game because a ball takes a weird bounce and DK Metcalf is able to bring it in. You think of the game last week in Europe, and they basically win because DK Metcalf has a giant 80-yard catch and run. Aaron Rodgers is not playing super well in terms of our Sumer scores. I think there may be a little bit of fool's gold on that offense right now. Mm-hmm. The difference is Tomlin's defense. TJ Watt has played pretty well this year. They have a lot of talent out there. And I don't know. I mean, Mike Tomlin just has the juice as a head coach. He's able to motivate guys. I think they are more of a 500 team than a division winner. That's my current view on the situation given the data we have.
Sam, let's talk about the reigning and defending Super Bowl champs in the Philadelphia Eagles, because they're 4-0, and one would think, hey, the vibes would be good, right? We're undefeated. We're on our way, avoiding that Super Bowl hangover. But here we are now having to talk about A.J. Brown because he is not happy. When you look at their offense and how it functions week in and week out, why isn't there more of an aerial attack from the Philadelphia Eagles when they have the weapons that they have outside?
So let's take it down to just the high-level decision-making from the offense coordinator. I like to break down expected points added, which just puts yards in context of impact on the game, and break it down by the decisions. So when they're running the ball, is it a quarterback design run or is it an old-school running back run? When they're dropping back to pass, are they scrambling a lot? And when you really look at it, the pure generation of any offense for a consistent amount of time has basically just been Jalen Hurts scrambling or getting out of the pocket and making plays. We have seen no juice from the traditional passing game to move this team along. And moreover, that's been the discussion at the early part of the season in the last 3 years. I think the real difference of why this is a 4-0 team is because their defense is the best defense in the league, bar none. We have 4 All-Pros on our list on SumerSports.com for the quarter season. It's a real question. I like what I'm seeing from A.J. Brown. They just haven't been able to get him the ball. First-time play caller and Kevin Patullo. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time, and I think as we have seen the last 3 years, this offense is going to come together late season. But it has to be through A.J. Brown, and they have to get the run game going as well. I do wonder if the offensive line is a little bit more banged up than we're hearing in the media. We know Landon Dickerson is banged up. It seemed that Jordan Mailata got injured in the week 1 game against the Cowboys. He hasn't looked exactly the same, even though he's still performing pretty well as a pass blocker. And so as this team kind of gets healthy and the offensive coordinator settles in, I do expect it to increase. But keep an eye on that scramble rate for Jalen Hurts. I think if that remains pretty sky high, we could have questions about how this drop back passing game will look.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where Cam Newton, he wins the argument. But I wanted to ask you about the AFC West. This weird drought that I don't even know what it is. Well, when I think back about the Patriots dynasties, you remember Tom's first injury, then you remember the Deflategate, but there were ripples in that 20-year quarterback period to where Peyton won a chip, to where Joe Flacco won a chip, where Ben Roethlisberger snuck and won a chip. Besides that, it was just Tom out of AFC. So you think about Patrick Mahomes' reign and that we're in, and you look at this AFC quarterbacks, and it's specifically in his division, the emergence of Justin Herbert, I think if he could continue to play, he'll be in MVP conversations. And then I've spoke about the roster that the Broncos have built. I love drafted, built rosters. I love guys on rookie deals, not free agency deals. That's in because you have culture. And I think since the Broncos have let Elway go, they have done a good job of rebuilding the culture, and Peyton is on a good path, and I really like what I'm seeing. Is it a change of guard, or is it might just be an exchange of guard for this season in your mind in the AFC West?
Unfortunately, I do not think that it will be. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs kind of on a secretive level, it seems like, just because they've been in these tough competitive games, are operating as probably the most complete team in the AFC right now. And you look at the performances that Patrick Mahomes has put up, it hasn't been shiny basically until last week, but he's been playing really complete games and being able to contribute with his legs and with his arm. And I think that week 1 game against the Chargers that everyone highlights as the changing of the guard was kind of interesting because it was in Brazil. It was week 1. We saw Justin Herbert play really well. And I do think Justin Herbert will continue to play really well, but here's the reason why I still like the Chiefs in the AFC West. Number 1, they have an extremely good defense. Chris Jones was an All-Pro on our list through the quarter season, and they're really clicking on defense right now, giving teams problems. Number 2, the Chargers has just suffered some massive injuries. And I'm really worried if we drop out one of those wide receivers, Keenan Allen or Ladd McConkey or Quentin Johnston for a couple games, that offense could really struggle. That being said, we've seen Justin Herbert do it time and time again. I think he's just one of the most excellent quarterbacks, a potential MVP candidate at this point on a yearly basis. And I think he's still going to be able to get it done, but I wonder what the rushing offense looks like. It looked good last week. I wonder how everything comes together on the offensive side of the ball, given that they've lost two basically Pro Bowl level tackles. And then finally with the Broncos, you nailed it. The defense is probably one of the best in the league. They have all pro talent all over the field. Basically at every defensive position, they have someone who could potentially make the all-pro team through 4 games. But Bo Nix just has not played well. I know the numbers look good this week, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns. But when you really break it down to the Sumer score and what he actually did on the field, given the snaps that he played, it did not look great. And the eye meets the AI there. I was talking to our film and scout analysts, and they didn't really love it either. We're kind of in disagreement with some of the narrative there. I think it comes down to if Bo Nix can get it done and avoid negative plays and avoid hurting that team. And we have not seen that this year. Last year, he was very good at avoiding negative plays, wasn't really doing things explosively. That's why they ended up being a surprise team. This year, he is making negative plays. And I think it basically solely comes down on if Bo Nix can evolve throughout the season for them to be an extremely competitive team. Otherwise, based off the strength of that defense, I think they're going to settle back into about a 10-win team and where they were last year.
It's a good breakdown of everything happening around the NFL. He's Sam Bruckhouse from Sumer Sports. Sam, as always, we appreciate your time, man. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you so much.
Sam was joining us via the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We'll hit the finish line of the show next. We'll tell the truth. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
Go, go, go! Fox Tonight takes you to hell and back. Let's go! First, an all-new Hell's Kitchen has
the Battle of the States.
Who will make their hometown proud?
Good luck on that one.
Then, Special Forces goes deep.
You're going underwater in an aircraft.
This is one of my biggest fears.
You will potentially die.
These celebrities will learn why it's called the world's toughest test.
She's unconscious.
Get a dive position! Come here, come on, girl, breathe.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
At the end of the day, the sun sets on Central Ohio, but stories are still unfolding. Every voice, every neighborhood, every question that still needs answers. Fox 28 News at 10 is there in the quiet moments and at the turning points, digging deeper, finding solutions, lifting up the communities that shape who we are. At the end of the day, you deserve a team that's on your side. Fox 28 News at 10, always on your side.
When you need a mini excavator or a not-so-mini excavator, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help you take a big step toward a mini excavator in one of 17 different sizes, from 2,000 to 18,000-pound machines, with 6 to 24 feet of reach and 5 to 15 feet digging depth. Though in the most rental locations, and it's no wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Ah, college. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of The Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Hi, this is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we're offering an amazing $12,000 off MSRP on a new Ford Bronco Badlands. This offer is only from Krieger Ford, so come see us on Morris Road or visit KriegerFord.com today. Home of the Krieger Commitment. Best cars, best people, peace of mind.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It works for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This October, eliminate chili drafts for good with Window Nation. Right now, when you buy 2 replacement windows, you'll get 2 for free. Plus, pay nothing for 2 whole years. Hurry, this sale ends October 31st. Schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Fresh Tyson natural chicken, bone-in drumsticks, thighs, or wings are on sale. Select varieties or buy one, get 2 free with your card. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fans YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, TLC, take us to the crib. What do you got?
At what point in the season should Bengals fans start rooting for losses instead of wins?
I've had some tough Bengals years, like those John Kitna, Jeff Blake years.
Yeah.
Leading into Carson Palmer.
Listen, man, we don't never root for losses. You root for John Kitna. You root for Jeff Blake. You root for Jake Browning.
John Kitna coaches Lakota West?
He does?
Does he?
Oh.
That's news to me.
I didn't know that.
That's cool if he does.
Well, he coaches one school down there.
Okay. You root for Jeff Garcia. All right. So we're rooting for Jake Browning.
I will say this.
Jeff Garcia was a Bengal?
At one point, Jeff, you got to look how many uniforms this guy wore.
I know.
I would love to know how many teams he did play for.
He won a playoff game with the Eagles as a backup to McNabb.
Yes, he did.
I will say this. Depot, if we are looking at 5 losses in a row now, that being Detroit, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, the Jets, and if you drop all of those, then I think it's like, yeah, let's get the best draft pick we can get, drop the best offensive lineman into this thing with our first-round pick, and let's move on from there. So that's probably where I would be, TLC, if I were a Bengal fan. Like, if you go into that bye week and it's just 7 straight losses at that point, then it's like, what are we doing? Like, this is all about the draft. Like, that's where my mind would go. If I were a fan, it's not the team I root for. I got friends that are Bengal fans that are still holding out some hope that Jake Browning can hold this thing down and you could drop Joey B in this thing in mid-December, early December. I have no idea, but that looks pretty bleak right now. But I will say that you drop the next 5, then it should be about turning the page and figuring out what we're going to do at the draft next year.
We asked.
All right, so Nafisha Collier is making a lot of headlines because she took a blowtorch to the WNBA commissioner in a way that a lot of athletes don't regarding their commissioner, and here's what it sounded like.
At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world.
I can't even say these 4 letters. WNBA commissioner says, we made you, Caitlin Clark.
Which is not true because as we know, Caitlin Clark was a superstar before she got to the WNBA. I will say this. The WNBA, this is a massive window of time a massive moment in time for them because they're renegotiating their CBA this offseason. So this is going to be their chance to really dig in and get the money that I do think that they deserve. Like, I don't know if it's going to mirror or should mirror NBA contracts, but I don't know if they should be that far off and how far off they are right now. So the fact that the faces of the sport are stepping up, Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark, DeVier Posey, who's an MVP candidate this year, and digging in the way that they are, it's what they have to do, Deepa, because they have to right now get this CBA in order. That way they can get the money that feels like they're leaving on the table.
Yeah, I don't think any other sports league has had this hard of a CBA fight, right? Like this feels like monumental. Like this feels like this will affect youth sports, right? Because youth sports have grown so much, and this could be a true path for young ladies who love basketball. Where they had to make a decision at one point, like, hey, I need to just pick the best school because WNBA, you're only making this amount of money, and I can make more money as a doctor. So, monumental time. I'm with her on standing on this for sure.
I can't finish.
Who was that? Who was that?
Who was it?
I can't finish.
He's right next to you.
Me?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like him, though.
That was me?
Yeah, that was you doing the Willie Beeman.
I can't finish.
Oh, okay. You did do the Willie Beeman.
Oh, that was actually
I was
good.
like, who was that?
That's Cameron.
There's tell the truth. For today, before we go, if you miss anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up. Wherever you get your podcast, all you have to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3, we'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the pod as well. The wonderful folks at Bet365 are the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Coming up on Common Man and Timmy in, Nicole Sheeran in with Timmy. Guardians fans, don't move. We got updates for you all day long. Good luck to the Guardians. Depot, appreciate you as always. We'll do it again tomorrow on a Football Friday. TLC, great job on the board. Folks, we love you. Stay safe out there. We're Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the